crime is getting worse. We did a capital city crime prevention plan 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Legislature funded it. It was a plan to reduce crime in the city of Jackson. Great plan. Researchers did a great job. Came to the Attorney General's office. Everybody who saw it at the city level said, oh, this is a great plan. Here, let me just take this and put it on this shelf over here. You know, so that's what's happening with our resources. We put our resources on a shelf. And if we had started implementing the 1 cent sales tax 6 years ago when it was passed, you think these roads would be as bad as they are right now? You know, the passage of time has a consequence. It has a real consequence. So the other point was made that the legislature passed a bill after the folks had voted on it. We passed that bill because the city asked us to, because they had waited for 2 years and could not get a 20-year opportunity to issue bonds, which is what they told them. Oh, we're going to bond this. We're going to bond it. Well, you can't bond a 20-year deal when you only have 18 years left on it. And that's what happened because the city wasted its time. And so, yeah, we took it back to the process. And in the course of that, we gave the city what it wanted, which is a full 20 years. But, you know, the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, we are wasting a lot of time here. We're wasting a lot of time because the quality of our leadership is such that we are not using our resources wisely. We're not jumping at the opportunity. And yes, I have a bill in the legislature to give an additional $24 million to the city of Jackson for infrastructure. It doesn't have a commission in it. It does not have any prescribed area, but it's to deliver an additional $24 million. Now, where are we going to get that $24 million from? You know, folks say, oh, well, if we don't control it, we don't want it. Well, this is the state of Mississippi's money. It's not the city's money. It's the state's money. And the state says we are going to start to put some more responsibility in taking care of the capital city and the public buildings that the state owns in the capital building, in the capital city. And I see nothing wrong with that. No. I see nothing wrong with the state saying we're going to take some responsibility for our capital city. Amen. It's high time. Amen. They put money in a $25 million bill. Yes. To do roads in Flowood. They put money in Ridgeland. They put money in Madison. They put money in Oxford, Tupelo, Gulfport, Biloxi. So why not put some money? And the folks in Gulfport, I say, well, we don't want this because we can't control it. They say, come on in and build that road, man. Come on in and build this road because we need it. So my point to you, ladies and gentlemen, as I close with my final 2 minutes and 39 seconds. The question that you have to answer for yourself, as you look at who can deliver and get you the results that you need, look at their track record. What have they done? What have they accomplished? What have they been able to achieve? And if you look at it honestly, and you look at, project after project after project after project that we've done, from the JSU Parkway to the 1 cent sales tax to the Civil Rights Museum, we have delivered for this city. And as the next mayor, which I ask your support and your vote for, we'll really be able to deliver because we can get those resources from the state, those resources from the federal government. EPA has $1 billion out there for infrastructure, and the city's not even applying for the money. The city has $30 million with his name on it already that we can get for infrastructure, and we're not dealing because we haven't closed out some other federal grants that have to be dealt with. And this is no indictment on any individual, it's an indictment on the system. We have to change the system, and we got to put a team together. We have to put a team together that is made up of the whole diversity of Jackson.
Amen.
Because we can't do this by ourselves.
Amen.
The team has got to be the best and the brightest in Jackson. And it's got to be used to uplift Jackson. Now, I think we can do it, and I'm excited about it. I believe we can get this done. But the first step is we have to have the right leadership.
Amen.
Thank you.
Before our last candidate come up, Mayfield, we want to make a very important announcement.
We got an AT&T work van that's blocking the driveway. No cars can come in or out. It needs to be moved. And then there's a vehicle with tag number HUI 979, HUP 781 that are blocking vehicles from leaving. If you could move them, and I guess you can give those parking spots.
What kind of car is it?
I just got the tag number. They just sent it in for me and another officer.
If you don't mind, Chief Mayfield, would you please go and see the car?
They don't know the tag.
A lot of people don't know the tag.
He did him just right, make him look like a clown. I can't stand it. He overdo it, he wake up.
Okay, our last candidate for tonight, Supervisor Robert Graham will come up now and tell you about this platform and ask you why you should elect him as the next mayor of the city of Jackson.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robert Graham, and I want to be your next mayor. There have been several candidates that have come in front of you tonight to tell you about what they want to do, or tell you about what they think needs to be done. I am a candidate before you tonight to tell you what I have done. Like many of you, I've worked my entire life. I've lived in Jackson my entire life. Before I go any further, and before I make sure that I'll be able to go home at night, I want to introduce my wife, Shirley. She has worked here her entire life. She's a retired school teacher in the Jackson Public School. The city of Jackson is in trouble. We're in deep trouble. The city of Jackson has over 1,100 miles of road that need to be paved. At the current rate that we're going, it's going to take 15 years to pave the roads in the city of Jackson. That's using the $100,000 a mile route. We have to get in a hurry. Everything is broken in the city of Jackson. You need someone that can fix it. Someone with a proven record. Someone who has paved streets. Someone who has brought air raid sirens to the city of Jackson. People who are an individual or a supervisor or a candidate who has created jobs. We landed the largest economic development project in the history of the state of Mississippi, a $1.46 billion Continental Tire plant is coming to Hines County and Jackson. 2,500 jobs. The jobs are going to be here. Some of the candidates that have got in front of you tonight and spoke about South Jackson as if it's a foreign country. South Jackson is not a foreign country. Like most of you, I've worked night and day. My experience is over 35 years with the Jackson Police Department. I don't have to tell you about crime. You know about crime. I have experienced crime up close and personal. 35 years with the police department. The precinct commander, I trained him. I trained over 500 police officers here in the city of Jackson. As your public information officer, I was there every night. I've seen the pain. I've seen people talk. I've seen crime up close and personal. You need to have someone who has an understanding of what's going on. I'm not going to talk to you and tell you what I think needs to be done. I'm going to tell you what I can do. Number one, we need to pave roads in South Jackson. We need to pave at least 3 miles of road every week for the next year in South Jackson at $100,000 a mile. Then we only have about 37 weeks to pave those particular roads. We will start with McDowell Road, Terry Road, McClure Road, Sykes Park Drive, Sharon Hill Drive, Robinson Road, the major streets and arteries that go throughout South Jackson. The next thing that we will do, we will clean up South Jackson. It does matter if the grass is cut. It does matter if the weeds are cut. It does matter if the houses are torn down. There should never be a house that children have to drive by on the way to school where the house is burned down, no one's looking at the house, no one's removing the debris, everyone's just looking at it as that's the way it's supposed to be. We have got to stop accepting normal. We've started to accept normal in our housing. We've started to accept normal in our crime. We have got to stop accepting normal. You need a mayor that has been there, his entire career, that's been there his entire life, that's willing to work and work hard. I'm speaking from experience. I've worked for the city of Jackson. I've received a paycheck from the city of Jackson. I am the only candidate that's received a paycheck from the city of Jackson. I was working before the city of Jackson before some of the other candidates were even born. I have been around. I know the problem. I know what needs to go on. South Jackson has to become a priority. We have got to stop playing games. The games have been played. Have you been ignored? Yes, you have been ignored. You have been ignored by everyone. Why have you been ignored? Because you have not made your voices heard. Well, I am here to tell you, your voice will be heard. I have paved roads in North Jackson. I have fixed street lights in North Jackson. We have cut the grass in North Jackson. And what I will do is I will bring that to South Jackson. I will make sure that we have a plan. I will make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. I have a plan for the police department where we will double the size of Precinct 1 in South Jackson. We will reorganize the police department. We will start the delivery of basic services back with the city of Jackson to where when you call the city of Jackson, someone will answer a phone, not a machine. You will get someone to answer the phone. Again, let me repeat myself. I was working for the police department before some of the candidates were born. Relationships do matter. People matter. Experience matters. Knowledge matters. Vision matters. Everything matters when it comes to getting South Jackson back to where it needs to be. Is it going to happen overnight? No, it's not. But at least you have someone that you know, someone that has produced. The greatest thing that we can talk about or indicator of the future is what a candidate has done in the past. I ask any and every one of you to go to the website and look and see what I have done in the past. I have forged relationships. I have worked with other people. I have worked with other politicians. I'm working with the government now, and the governor, and the lieutenant governor, and the speaker of the House. Other people will tell you about their record. Look at their record and look at my record. Put them side by side. See who has the experience. See who has the knowledge. They wanted us to talk about South Jackson. South Jackson needs a little of everything. And I'm the person to let you know that I am here to give it to you. I am the person that you can trust. I'm the person that you can believe in. I'm the person that actually worked for the police department. I've been out on crime scenes. I've gone to places where some of you would never want to go. The water department is broken. The administration is broken. The police department needs help. They can't even get the fire department's paycheck right. Everything is broken. Every area, the finance of the city is broken. The city will tell you that they are in a financial crisis. I disagree. I think the city is in a crisis of management. Because if you had the proper management, the financial crisis would not have come. Everything is broken. I don't have to tell you that. You see it every night and you see it every day. If you want a mayor that has the passion, the drive, the knowledge, the experience, a mayor that's not going to talk about what they want to do, but a mayor that can show you on paper what they have done, then you want Robert Graham. And here's my promise to you in South Jackson. I will not let you down. I will not embarrass you. I will work every day until we get Jackson back to normal. My name is Robert Graham, and I want to be your mayor. Thank you very much.
Before Mr. Ward comes up with announcements and comments, I would just like to recognize some of our elected officials. They're not here campaigning. They are here to just show their support at this time. I would like for our city councilman to keep the stamps. Supervisor Peggy Calhoun. Representative, oh, there he is. Are there any more elected officials? I would like to thank our former Sheriff Tyrone Lewis. If there aren't any more, if you have the sign-in sheets on your table, it's very important that you sign in with a phone number, and the reason why, because this is our first forum for South Jackson, and there will be another one, so it's very important that we have contact numbers, because Mr. Ward and other presidents and I will be calling you again, and the next one we'll have questions and answers from the candidates. So if you will please take a minute to sign the sign-in sheets at your table. Thank you, and we look forward to having you all again. I'm not sure about the exact location, but we look forward to having you again, and God bless you all. Now we'll have Mr. Ernest Ward to come up.
I will be contacting you all. We'll get together on the person that we're going to ask the candidate next time we meet. So we now have a clear idea a little bit about me. So now we need to form a gap and let them know what we want, not so much what they want. Because we live in South Jackson. We want to tell them what we expect to see in South Jackson in the future. So not only South Jackson, I guess because it's former South Jackson, but the whole city of Jackson. Because we live in South Jackson, we we want them, tell them, and let them know that we want to see South Jackson to be a better place. So I just want to thank you all, hope everything went well, and we'll be contacting you again, and this time we hope to be even bigger, and not only just end up showing up. Now, you know, we like to show up for meetings, but I think we got to do something. We got to do something. I mean, just showing up don't mean anything. You go, and I tell my folks, go home, go to work every day, let your garage down. They don't say do nothing. But tell me, you got to end up getting involved if you want a better community. Whoever be married, not going to do anything if you do not show interest in your own neighborhood. You got to show interest, but you all proved tonight that y'all care. So I feel good about that. I think we can work together to make South Jackson better. And I just want to thank you all again, and we're looking forward to seeing you all in the next year.